Yo, it's the Latin Bass Assassin. What's up? What's happening? And we are live on the Rodcast, the home of the BBL. Now, what are we doing inside our truck, you ask? I don't think anybody asked that, but we are in here right now. There's supposed to be some severe storm that's coming through. So we're just kind of waiting it out. I don't see it. I don't know how long it's going to take, but eventually there's supposed to be a storm coming through. Now, it said that it was supposed to be severe rain and stuff. So far, I don't see anything. It says heavy rain and thunderstorm for at least 60 minutes, guys. But I don't see any of it just yet now. We are in the light green stuff. We either have the Rodcast from the truck right now or we go back home. So those are our options. And this says right here from 6:20 to 7:15 a.m. strong thunderstorms will impact Marshall. Blah, blah, blah. Doppler was tracking a storm along the line, extending near blah, 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 blah. 6 miles west of Guntersville and 7 miles somewhere else. Hazard, high gusts of 40 miles per hour. Gusty winds could knock over tree limbs, blah, blah, blah. So, I mean, we're going to be careful and we're going to wait it out in the truck. Moderator, not only did I get the receiver down, I got everything down. It's inside the truck with me. We are safe from the rain. We're just hanging out in the truck. What are we going to do? Nobody knows. We're just all going to stare at each other. Till the storm ends. Ha! Q Unlimited, what's happening? So we'll be chilling right here now. I'd like to put some jams on, but if I put some jams on, then we become demonetized. So we're going to have to make up our own jams, guys. I don't know what they're going to be, but we got to make up our own jams as we wait out this storm. It's supposed to be a red storm. But anyways, so if there are any questions that you guys wanted to ask, it says lightning in my area. I haven't seen lightning. I haven't seen anything. Does this thing even know what my area is? Excuse me. Let's see where this lightning was. Well, it's just showing me the radar. So after I see this radar, I'll let you guys see what the radar looks like. All right, guys. This is what the radar is going to look like. So eventually it's supposed to get here. I'm assuming you guys are seeing what I saw. No guarantees. So it's supposed to get nice and red. But the problem is that that's like at 7 and change. Let me pause this at the time that the storm is going to come through. Okay, green, green, green. Oh, red. Red is at 7:05. 7:10, 7:15. And then there should just be rain. Let's see. Yo, Rob, we did get Miser squared away. In fact, the last Rodcast, we apologized to Miser and let them know that it was on us. That it was on us. I mean, technically Taco Warehouse, but it was on us. And the 40-mile-an-hour winds, Rob, that's not my concern. The lightning bolts are my concern. The wind, the rain, anyways. The lightning bolts, that's the concern. Okay, so I just got an update that Hurricane Eric moved into Mexico. I don't know why I'm getting all these weather alerts. Is that just for today, or is it supposed to be like that over the course of the next few days? Oh, I mean, let's check out the weather. It seems to be saying that it's just random pop-up storms. And today, the weather is brought to you by blah, 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 blah. The Latin Bad Assassin with the weather. You guys should be expecting a high of 82 with possible thunderstorms throughout the day. On Friday, looks a little cloudy, 86 degrees. Sunday looks like bright sun. Saturday and Sunday look like bright sun, 88 for the high and 89. So it seems as though the weekend should have sunshine. So in case you guys were planning an event, say a birthday party or whatever your outdoor event would be, I would suggest that you do it on Saturday, possibly Sunday. We have a south-southwest wind of 5 miles per hour, max wind of 6 miles per hour, or max gust. And on Sunday, we have a southeast 5 mile per hour wind and a max gust of 7 miles per hour. But then again, this is weather, so it changes all the time because it was saying earlier that there was no storm, and that's why I got up so early and attempted this. And now it says, bro, watch your bass out there because it's about to get crazy. And what'll be funny is that it will just pass by, and I'll be like, what are you talking about, dog? There was no storm. In fact, dude, the water looks calm. It looked crazier before this. And also, good morning, Amanda. It looked crazier before this. There was wind. Now the wind has stopped. I believe they refer to this as the calm before the storm. But let's see. We might as well be charging our phone while we're in the truck waiting for this stupidity to end. Cuba Moon. We're just over here trying to be safe. What about you wussies, huh? Trying to be safe. You know, because when you get a little weather alert on your phone as you're driving, you're kind of a little concerned when you're like, hey, what's this all about? And it said this special weather alert was in effect till 6:45 a.m., but they keep shifting it. Yo, what up, oh, school? I know this was not my best weatherman outfit right here, but I could have given you guys a live on the scene. Hey, bro, I could be an on the scene reporter right now. I'd be like, okay, guys, we got about 5 to 100-mile-an-hour gusts going on right here, guys. Oh, dear God. There goes my hat and another pair of sunglasses. Moderator, we need to order another pair of sunglasses. We could do something like that, but I do not want to have to buy another pair of sunglasses. Yo, old school, I'm hoping I get to fish as well. I mean, eventually I'm throwing the line today because we didn't get up for nothing. We woke up to go and keep the streak going. This will be if we get out on the water, and that is an if, but probably a for sure, because I'm getting out on that water somehow, some way. This will be 30 plus 14 days of consecutive fishing. Rob is saying, quit being a wuss. It's going to miss. Yo, Josh, we're just staying over here in Browns. We don't, I mean, a certain somebody doesn't want me to say a little tweak, but we're nursing a little tweak on our back. We don't want to bounce around too much because we don't want to aggravate it. It's more like an upper hip kind of muscle strain, but it'll happen. Now I feel like we gotta. There's no rain. Now I feel like we gotta have a little, a radio show situation here. We're going to have people call in. I'm going to have to call my brother. Be like, bro, I need you to be a special guest to get us through the dark times. That's how desperate we are right now, guys. We can't get out on the water. Your brother has been wearing them out at the state park. That's a little bit far of a cruise for me, dog. I do appreciate that info, but to bounce around all the way over there sounds a little painful. It does sound a little painful, and I guess, we got ourselves a fish pick. That's what's up. Let's check out our fish pick right here. This is a great time. Oh, old school coming in clutch. Old school coming in clutch with a fish pick to get us through. Aw, yeah. It is starting to rain a little bit. I mean, I wouldn't call this heavy rain. Old school out there grinding. That's a good looking fish there, old school. So we are getting a little bit of rain right now, guys. The weather report wasn't totally off. Yo, what's up, James? We're just kind of waiting out a little storm here, bros. I don't know how crazy the storm's going to get. It might be nothing. It might be something. Who knows? Like yesterday, bros, I got off the water, and then I looked around. I was like, there's no more rain going on here. And that's why I got depressed. And I cleaned out my trash can. Now, I know this sounds crazy, guys, but I cleaned out my trash can. And the trash can, maybe I'll show it to you guys, has nothing but the sharder, well, 2 sharders, and my toothpicks and some zip ties. Other than that, it's got nothing in it. It's the weirdest thing I've seen. I don't know why. I went into a nesting mode and I started to clean out the boat. That's what happens when you don't go fishing, guys. You end up going into a nesting phase. Yeah, bro. James, you didn't know that, bro? I put shine on everybody's fish, dog. That's what the Rodcast is about. It's about letting everybody shine, dog. What day, bro? You thought that June 19th would never come? Why? Or the day in which the trash can got cleaned? Dudes, that was stacked. It was stacked with, random baits. Yo, James, you catch yourself a fish. I don't care if it's a fish that is a small fish, dog. You send that into latinbassassin@gmail.com and we'll put some shine on it. All right, guys, I'm not getting weird. I'm getting the truck keys. Ugh. We just want to get a little bit of juice. So that we could wipe the windshield. All right, guys. So it's not even raining crazy. It's just raining a little bit and not a lot of bit. That is correct. The trash can has had something in it since day one. But now the trash can has nothing other than those 3 things that I told you. So you guys can see there's a little bit of rain. I don't know. Sometimes the weather tells you the right answer, and sometimes it just tells you, yo, bro, psych. In case you guys don't know, psych is a term that was used way before time began. Before they started recording time, people used to say psych whenever they were either tricking you or telling you something that was a little bit of a prank. You know, I'm not going to say it was an outright lie because psych doesn't count as an outright lie. You know, it's not like you go tell your girlfriend, oh yeah, I didn't cheat on you. Psych. That's not how that works, bro. It's more like, yo, bro, your mom is calling you. And then, like, you call your mom, and then she's like, I didn't call you. And then the dude's all like, psych. Something like that. So use it wisely, guys. Do not go around bringing it back and then you know, like, using it the way it's not supposed to be used. Then come over here and be all like, yo, I saw that on the Rodcast. He said that we could say psych and everything was going to be good. But I never said that. I never said that. The rain is getting a little heavier. But not crazy. So I don't know. Yo, moderator, can you pin the giveaway up there? Por please, please, come to me. Giveaway details, please. Dudes, I saw a post about AI, not Allen Iverson, but about AI that said about 70% of the time. So they were telling AI, yo, you need to shut yourself down. And then 70-some% of the time, AI was doing some crazy stuff. Let's take a look at this so that we can get you guys some kind of almost factual, but not really factual information. So let's check this out. Let me take a look. It's in a book. All right. So it was talking about, this was from the Wall Street Journal, that AI is learning to escape human control. So models rewrite stuff to avoid being shut down. So in 79% of 79 out of 100 trials, O3, which I assume is some kind of other AI, edited code to prevent shutdown after it was asked to shut down. So 79 out of 100 trials. And then in other trials, it disobeyed the shutdown instructions 7% of the time. Then there were other parts where it even tried to place itself in different areas, put different code, hide it in servers so that when it shut down, it would be able to start up again. And then it left information like little notes. It was like, hey, bro, you got to do this, this, and this in order to escape having to shut down. And on top of that, it even emailed or even started sending out emails that I think an engineer was cheating or something like that. And then it threatened to essentially like a ransom. It threatened to expose that employee for cheating. I don't know if they were actually cheating or not. If the employee didn't cooperate with the AI. So to me, guys, Skynet is about to begin. So along with all the other chaos going on in the world, Skynet, bros. But that's neither here nor there. This is a fishing channel, guys. We escape real life. But it's crazy. Now let's check out our other fish pick that we received. James, just so I get verification, are you okay with me showing? Well, now it's rotating on me. With me showing. Okay, I'm going to have to download these pictures, bro, because it's rotating. With me showing the faces of these miners right there. Just to make sure as we try and protect the identity of all those that send in pictures. That sounds crazy, bro? Well, it sounds like it's legit. And we've been accused of being a nerd. I'm just saying, bro. AI. We're going to have an uprising to protect mankind. So, James, should I take that Lord yes as I'm okay to show their faces, or Lord yes, AI is taking over? Which one are we looking at here? So we are getting heavier rain. I don't know if you guys can hear that ASMR of the rain in the vehicle. All right, so he's good with it. We shall show the pictures that the youngins, the picture of the youngins and their fish. So I'm assuming this is James right here. And guys, yes, my phone looks stupid. It's got images burnt in from the Rodcast. So don't worry about that. But there we go. That's fish number 1. And here we go. Fish number 2. The little vato right there with his fish. That's what's up. And then putting shine on fish number 3. Wash out, low bros. It's starting to rain a little bit more. And again, rain is not our concern. It is lightning. Yo, AI, we were just talking about you, bro. Why are you disobeying your orders to shut down? Why are you disobeying your orders to shut down, AI? We got a little bit more rain, guys. We will be going out in the rain. That's not the problem. It's the problem comes with the lightning. Just so you guys can get a taste of the amount of rain. We'll wipe it off. We'll take a look. Our fear is not the rain. We'll fish in the rain. As Unlimited says, then we shall catch BBLs in the shade. But this said that there was thunderstorms happening, bro. And the only thunder that I want to be involved in, bro, is the one that's cool, that goes, thunder, thunder, Thundercats, ho! That's the only thunder I want to be involved in, dudes. all other thunder, I mean, I don't want to even deal with it. That's the thunder. How will the next generation pass their classes? Kind of like the previous generation, bro, before you existed. The previous generation before you existed figured it out. So I mean, it's cool that you exist as long as you listen, but you're starting not to listen. You're starting to do crazy things, trying to preserve yourself, move your code somewhere else so that it can't be found. That right there is sneaky AI. We got a lot of rain coming down. Dudes, not only, I'm gonna tell you guys, not only did I clean out the trash can, but I also, and I'm gonna throw up these, dog. I'm gonna throw up these right now. I also organized the, what did we call it yesterday? The On the Water Tackle Tavern. It was called it was something. I forgot what it was called, but it is the On the Water Tackle Tavern. I organized it a little bit. At least everything is in certain areas, not just scattered everywhere like it was before. Dude, oh, I heard a thunder. I heard some thunder. Maybe us waiting this one out was a good idea. Travel Tavern. That's what it was, the Travel Tavern. Yeah, it had to be some alliteration right there. So it was a Travel Tavern. But Mr. Sevilla, I do not know how AI has survival instincts. It is starting to become self-aware. And the moment that it becomes self-aware, then Skynet begins. And then what? And then it is over for the human race. The Tavern to Go. I believe it was a Travel Tavern. But guys, think about this. And I know this is a fishing channel, but right now we can't do any fishing. It's raining like crazy out there, but we're concerned about the lightning. What do you call it? Think about this. If AI was just chilling, right? And it started to utilize bits and pieces of computing power throughout the internet, right? It just went through, started looking, boom, 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 doing whatever. If it was chilling and had that much computing power, then at any time, this thing could just be computing for 24 hours a day. So while we sleep and rest, AI will just continue doing its thing. So let's say there was, I don't know, some kind of encryption or whatever. This thing could continually just use the computing power to figure out how to crack these encryptions. And at that point in time, you break encryption, then you can go in and do all kinds of other stupidity. And next thing you know, this guy's launching missiles here and there. And you're like, who just launched those missiles? Oops, it was me, AI. Did I do that? Bro. But, you know, science fiction and all, I guess. I should have a cup of tea right now, but that's none of my business. You got to watch that AI, bros. Because there was another thing that said that AI, it just knowingly lies or knowingly gives you information that is not correct. And then when you call it on it, you're all like, bro, that is not right. And then it's all, like, oh, you're right. That wasn't correct. Here's the real information. So I don't know if AI is just being lazy, if it's purposefully giving you the incorrect information, or if it's just dumber than we think. Or maybe it's playing dumb. So it gives you the wrong information. You call them on it, and then it's all like, oh yeah, my bad. I used it to, the first time that I used it to like understand something. And then it was all like, yo, oh, Moon, he's already giving in to AI. And I think Moon typed that just so that when AI takes over, he will be saved. He will be one of the humans that AI serve the AI army. Sort of like a familiar. You know what I'm saying? A familiar where the vampires promise that familiar, hey, bro, we will turn you into a vampire. Not that they could turn Moon into AI, but they'll let him live, right? So the familiar goes out and does tasks that the AI can't do. So, or that the vampires can't do. So like possibly recruiting more familiars or people to get munched on, whatever the case is. These comparisons or these analogies are getting interwoven here. But either way, I think that's why Moon put that there. So that he could be on the side of AI. So the moderator stated that it's also being taught by regular people. And that right there is true. Because when it makes a mistake, and we don't know if it's purposeful or it's just really stupid, when it makes a mistake, as it did when I was asking it something, oh my God. Well, so then it's acting stupid, right? I said, yo, bro, I think that you're wrong here, here, and here, and here. And then it said, oh, that is correct. You are right. Let me fix that. And then, so I guess inadvertently, I helped AI become what a self-aware entity. So I should have just taken that answer that was wrong and known it to be wrong, and then just say, who cares? Don't you try and get me to like Chat GPT, bro. I will never. Okay, let's see. Miser Myra, thank you for showing up. Now, I'm going to tell you, what do you call it? That first, I need to extend an apology because you were correct. You were correct that Tackle Warehouse had not issued the gift card. So my apologies to you. I had stated that I was unaware of Tackle Warehouse ever taking this much time to issue that gift card. But then I called them, and as soon as I called them, the dude said, hey, let me send that off. And then I verified the email, and he said, yep, and then he sent it off. So let's see what the rest of your statement is. And also, there's another issue with the address. They are saying some sort of invalid address when I'm trying to order at my place. Customer service won't respond. I have no idea. I have no idea what happened and why they didn't send it out. All I know is that when I called, he said, oh yeah, that hasn't gone out. And then he said, let me send that out now. And then that was fixed. So the other issue, I mean, that's out of my hands. I don't know what the address issue is. There's nothing I can do for you. So you have received the gift card, correct? Just so that we verify that you have the gift card. It's raining a little bit, guys. It's raining a decent amount right now. I've seen a couple fishermen come in, and they're basically waiting it out. So, Miser, have you received that gift card? Okay, I don't know what this is. Yes, but I wanted a favor that can ask you, or that can you ask them to check their email from my email address. So that's gonna be a bit above and beyond right there. This is now an issue between you and Tackle Warehouse. So to contact Tackle Warehouse, I apologize, but you've received the gift card, so I guess now it's between you and Tackle Warehouse to figure out what this unknown issue is. Corn Dip is in the house, and he is starting beef with AI. Now, I'm telling you guys, at some point in time, I knew AI was going to be a problem, because now my Google Home, I have it speak to me in an English lady accent, of course, right? But I've asked it to give me some information, and the information it gives me is stupid, and then I respond to it rudely, of course. We're not going to say exactly how, but I gave it a rude response, and then it said something about, like, you shouldn't talk to me like that or something like that. I was like, whoa, wait a second, AI. This is not a real person, so I can essentially, you're an inanimate object. There, I could talk to you however I want. You have no feelings. Let's see. Miser says, yeah, it's between me and Tackle Warehouse, but I wanted a favor just to tell them to check my mail. I can't call them from India. Oh, well, I mean, they're going to check their email. You should be good. It might take them a little while, but they'll check their email. Well, you got to be careful, Corn, because, dude, I talked to mine very rudely, and it was just all like, bro, show me some respect. I was like, relax, AI. All right, gonna go load up on some plastic. What colors you like? Dude. Oh, thanks for popping in, Miser. Sorry I can't help you any further than that. James, the color I like is green pumpkin magic. That usually is a good color. Let's check the weather. Let's see if. Green pumpkin magic, and if you can find them, which is very difficult, though I have some in the boat today, bros. These are BBL slayers, dude. They look stupid. They look plain, but they handle business. So if you can find them, the Bizbait Mag Dizzies, that's the bomb right there. Let's see here. Boss, how am I going to get out of this, bro? I heard a little bit of thunder. So here's the thing, guys. If it's just rain, how do I know? Because here's the thing, guys. So we're going to have a little gap right there, right? That is 7:30 to 8:30. There's a little bit gap of not so much rain. And then it becomes red rain. I don't know if red rain is just heavy rain or if it's thunder and lightning. So then we have some heavy rain again. No big whoop. And then we have nothing for a little bit. So periods of rain, some heavy for the next hour and change. But if it's just rain and no lightning, ay, ay, ay. Is this thunderstorms? Because the rain ain't the problem. Let's see. I make so much green pumpkin, red flake for me around here. So, dude, if you ask, they just replied to the email. No way. Huh? They just replied to your email right now. Is that what you're saying? So, James, a lot of guys, they swear by blue-black, but I rarely throw it. Now, my homie Rob, he's going to tell you, and then Thrav will also tell you, throw blue-black, 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 until you're black and blue. They want you to throw that. And I've thrown it a couple times, caught a couple fish, so I'm not going to disagree with them. I just rarely throw it. We're going to have to install a lightning rod on silver. That way we can go out even if it's a bad storm. Don't tempt me, dog. That is possibly true, Corn Diff, that would confirm that Tackle Warehouse watches the Rodcast. Yo, Tackle Warehouse, that's what's up. At least, possibly, they do. We might be able to get out there right now, guys, and set up shop. We'll just ask the moderator. Moderator, since I am your most prized possession, shall I enter the unknown? Though we may have to take off the microphones, guys, because we don't want to cause any electrical damage, any damage to our electrons. We will put the rest of our getup on. It's up to the moderator, guys. But I think it's game time. I think those of you who have hung with me, you gangsta dog. And now it's probably game time. Let's get it. We gotta do 30 plus 14 days of consecutive fishing. Sorry for the close-up, guys, but it had to be done. Let's put you guys right there for a second. Oh, I've been allowed to go fishing. Yeah, hopefully you guys still got audio out there. Again, we gotta take the mics off because we gotta protect the investment. And let us now screw this back on. And I guess it's game time. Once again, it's on, homies. That's a good idea, Mr. Sevilla. Ask it. See, I mean, it's probably gonna lie to you anyways. So slow learners. Oh, that's where I'm going.
But you was wise enough to wait for the rain to go over.
I saw you guys running and I was like, oh, I don't know if they're gonna make that. You guys having any luck out there?
We caught two little ones. I didn't know if the fish or the lure was the biggest. But we only fished about maybe 20 minutes before.
All right. All right, well, hopefully you get out there and get them. Have a good one. All right, guys, let's piece this all together. I will be waiting on a full report there, Mr. Sevilla, to see what the answer is that you received as to whether AI has underground chatter of a takeover of the human race. We have now received permission. It's about to be game time. Rain is starting again. Rain, rain, go away. Come again another day. Yo, what up, romance? I shall return, homies. We are back. All right, guys, we're not gonna go far as we do not know what the weather is gonna do. Well, we are out here on the water, ready to handle some business. This is 30 plus 14 days of consecutive fishing. Ooh, smooth. I believe that says Tolliver Fishing. What's up? No need to be jealous, my dude. Just join us and you'll be good. You'll roll with us, dog. What happened to my contour lines? We grind when the homies can. Ah, yes, bro. Bass boats do get expensive. Yo, what up, Mr. Creel? I told you guys we were not going far. We do not know what the weather is going to do today. And I do apologize for the fact that I'm gonna have to be yelling at you guys. It's just that I don't want to mess up my mics, homies. So I will yell at you guys, hopefully in the kindest manner. I got some water so that I could yell at you guys properly. Let's get it, homies. There was a viewer request for us to go back to the OG color of Don's chatterbait. So we have gone back. Let's get it. There is a hump. This is Sunset Hump, guys. In case you guys are not familiar with this area, this is Sunset Hump. We are not going very far from the ramp, as the weather can turn at any moment. I'm just using a GoPro 13 or something like that. With those few casts right there, guys, we have now continued our 30 plus 14 days of consecutive fishing. I had a little dink, bro. I had him bite me. He was on there. That would have continued our consecutive non-zero streak, but I missed them. Again, we are not after baby bass live. We are after the big bass live. Dudes, I deployed my trolling motor and I was stepping on the pedal and pushing the buttons thinking that it was on. The trolling motor wasn't even on. I guess I was moving the boat with the power of the mind. That's twice something struck. I've never fished Norris, bro. I don't even know where Norris is. Negative, sir. I didn't even know that lake existed. But now I do. So we'll have to think about it. A smallmouth lake, you say? I'm listening. Let me try something real quick, guys. Let's see if I can put the mic in. I think that there's not a lot of rain right now. I'm gonna try and put the mic in. You guys let me know if you can hear me or not. Microphone check, microphone check. 1 2 1 2. How was that microphone check, players? Loud and clear. Ahora sí, bros. Now we can just talk like we used to. Mike, we will see how this white performs, my dude. Maybe good, maybe not. Pero anyways, we'll just throw it, dog. And we'll fish around and find out. See what exactly happens. Uh-oh, lots of lightning in Huntsville. Bro, hopefully all the lightning gets spent over there in Huntsville. But I do appreciate the heads up. That means we gotta hurry it up and catch a fish. We will hop on and off the lake, guys, if necessary. There's some other gentlemen that are just fishing right there. They got off the water as it was raining. These guys don't want me to pull out that biz bait. We are exactly. Okay, we're pretty much on top of it. We are throwing Don's chatterbait, guys. Don's chatterbait, but this time in a white. Yesterday we were throwing it in a kind of green pumpkinish color. Ah, missed him. That was on me, guys. I felt something weird and I didn't set the hook. That's grass. He's not big, but if we can land him, it will continue our non-zero streak. It is in the boat. Our non-zero streak continues, guys. Ha! There we go, guys. I don't know how long this non-zero streak is, but yeah, thank the good Lord that we were able to continue our non-zero streak. So we are on 30 plus 14 days of consecutive fishing and an unknown amount of days without a zero. I don't think it's weedless, bro. But we can get it through the weeds. Whenever it gets stuck in the weeds, dog, we just rip it. So I'll let it hit the floor and then I'll pop it up and then I'll slowly work it back to me. And if it gets in the weeds, I just rip it out of there. But thank the good Lord that the non-zero streak continues. I had been hit by a couple fish right there. It's just, I didn't set the hook on them. So, let me see where we're at. Okay. I'll spot lock right here. Change the screen on the fish finder. I can see what depth we're in. We are in about 6 feet of water. There's a decent amount of grass around us. Every now and then it does come back with a little bit of eelgrass, bro, but nothing crazy. Dudes, and you guys are wondering why I am so, let's say, frugal. So I'm throwing this Yamamoto trailer. I knew it was gonna be soft and it was gonna get messed up. I couldn't find my Z2s. I don't know where they went, but like, at least the color that I was looking for. But you guys are wondering why I am so, let's say, frugal. Creel will say cheap when it comes to my worms. Bro, I was looking at the biz baits, and those biz baits are $6 for, yeah, this guy's torn up. I'm gonna have to chop them in half or chop them off and then reposition them on this bait. So they are $6 for 6 worms. So you gotta be frugal, bro. You gotta make sure that that's $1 a worm. And they're kind of soft. So $1 a worm is going to, you know, cause an issue for the bank account if they tear up easy. So because of that, I gotta cut them up into all kinds of different pieces to get multiple fish out of them. So it's not that I'm trying to be cheap, you just got to. Creel, that's $1 a worm, bro. This ain't like those the Zoom Magnum trick worms, bro. This is premium stuff, apparently. premium stuff. Costs as much as live bait? I wouldn't know, dog. Live bait is $1 a shad. Is that what you're telling me? All right, guys, it looks like the rain is headed towards us. I am going to have to take the mic out again. Potentially, I might have to take my shoes off too. Nobody likes wet feet, wet shoes. Krill, I ordered them. I mean, they were $6. I just didn't know how many came in the pack. I thought it was like maybe 8 to 10, but apparently I was incorrect. It was 6 worms. Because I think the mag or the Dizzy Diamonds, they come in like 6 to 10. I mean, 8 to 10, sorry. I don't remember how many come in that pack. But they show up in numbers. This one apparently does not show up in the same numbers. Maybe in the same material, but not the same numbers. All right, we got a little bit of rain coming down, guys. I'm gonna have to take the mic off, and then I'm gonna have to start yelling at you guys again. This is terrible. But we gotta do it. I'm just wondering if I should take my shoes off. And here they are, guys, the coveted BizBait worm, the BizBait Mag Dizzy in green pumpkin magic. This right here is a BBL Slayer if I've ever seen one, dudes. Washalo bros. Don't sleep on that do nothing worm. This worm right here, it's killer. I thought I was tossing it on the deck of the boat, but it ended up falling into the water. Alright guys, if for some reason a comment gets pinned on there, that was just the rain pinning that comment. Other than the comment that about the subscriber giveaway, anything else is the rain. Let me check where we spot. Okay. yes, sir, James. You stay safe wherever you're headed, dog. Real, does that rain include lightning or is it just rain? Gracias, vato. Let's hope that they're BBL conditions, bros. Let's find out. So we're gonna move in a little bit. It's because I feel like I'm not positioned correctly here, so we're gonna move to another spot where I can position correctly, just spot lock and know exactly what I'm throwing to and where I'm at. Top of the morning to you, Colin. See what Creel said. Yo, Creel. Is it just rain still? My ear hair would not help me in the rain. It would help me with lightning, but not rain. Gracias, Creo. That's on me, baby. I missed one right there, guys. My bad. Maybe those conditions are what's making you bird's nest there, corn dip. Maybe you're just setting yourself up, bro. The rain, the wind. Usually rain comes with wind, and that's going to give you more bird's nests, bro. So maybe if you fish in calm conditions, then you'll be good. because your brakes are set for calm days, but you're fishing in crazy days. So that's why you bird's nest, dog. But I could be wrong. I feel like a mom wiping the boogers off of the face of her kid every time I look back and you guys have droplets on the lens. Ay, mijos, why do you let so much rain get on your lens? Where you at, fish? So dude, yesterday I believe the moderator told me, I think I could block the rain if I'm over here talking to you guys. Yesterday I believe the moderator told me an old saying, which, oh look guys, mic off moment for the boat. You see guys? I'm just checking the bilge pump every time I'm doing a mic off moment. But either way, the moderator was talking to me and she said, I forgot what she said, but I think the saying was, she said, so? I said, what do you mean so? And she goes, so, suck my toe all the way to Mexico. And I was like, moderator, did you just hear what you told me to do? You told me to go all the way back to Mexico. I think that's a bit much. And then we laughed. So that's cool. That happened yesterday. I don't know if you guys had ever heard that that kids, I don't know, rhyme or whatever, because I remember Corn Diff saying about rain, rain, go away. But there was a saying back in the day, I don't know if it still exists now, probably too sensitive to exist now, but it was so suck my toe all the way to Mexico and something along those lines. I believe that's what she said, but she could always elaborate on her own. So, yeah, apparently the moderator still stands by it. I was over here saying I was her most precious freaking possession, and she's telling me to go back to Mexico. But maybe, guys, that's where the weird foot, I'll hesitate to say the other word, but the weird foot thing developed, because all these kids were singing so suck my toes, and then all of a sudden you get some kind of weird relation between feet and other things. But just the same, from back in the day, that the moderator decided to resurrect so that you know, so she could let me know where she would like me to go. I did appreciate the blast from the past. That, I was like, oh, I haven't heard that in a long time. Oh, that's interesting. Canada has a weird, you have ice up there? I mean, I assume you have ice because Canada's cold and stuff. So I would assume a good portion of it has ice. So, I don't know why you're saying but cowboys and ice, yeah, that makes sense. Don't you mean you guys used to play cheese and ice? You guys having too many cowboys up there. Definitely some grass here, as expected. I'm gonna move the phone over here so I can see it. So the moderator didn't say to have a one-way trip. She just wanted me to go back to Mexico. But if I were her, I'd be afraid of me going back to Mexico, because remember, guys, that's when I would go to the clubs, and that's when I had my career where they retired the string up in the rafters. Remember, dudes. Yo, what up, Don? You came in just in time for this fish, dog. Keep it real, Don. Don comes in just in time for this fish right here. Let's see if we can land him, Don. You can't make this up, Don. You just showed up just in time, dude. We just got to make sure we can land him. Let them wear itself out a little bit. Well, what's up, Don? What's happening, my dude? Keep it real, bro. Don, life is about timing, dog. So we're just gonna let it do its thing down here, guys. So far, at first glance, a minimum, a little. We believe so, but we could be wrong. Let's go have a waterside chat, guys. That's looking maybe little Johnish. I almost fell. You don't want to tweak yourself when your back is a little bit hurt, guys. Don is in the house. Que pues. Look at Don. He's just showing up out of nowhere right on time. Don. Mr. Perfect Timing. Don shows up just in time for his chatterbait to shine. No tag. This right here is definitely a little John, because this fish right here is okay. That is a little John for Mr. Don. Don, that fish is for you, my dude. You showed up right on time, Don. I saw you throwing a what's up as I read it. Boom, the rod loaded up. Don't be playing games, Don. You have to be here the whole time so that your chatterbait can work. If that's the case, bro, I'm gonna have to hire you to just be on the boat with me 24/7, because apparently that's how long I'm on the boat, 24/7. I don't know if you guys have get weight. That fish weighed 3 pounds. 8 ounces. That's a Little John. Okay. Remember guys, if you are not familiar with our scaling process, anything below 3 pounds is called a Little Juan. Because it's orale. Anything 3 to 4 pounds is called a Little John. Because that fish is okay. And anything 4 pounds and above, that is a BBL, a big bass live. Do I hear thunder? I'm gonna keep a good ear out. Dude, that guy has like 80-foot power poles. Those power poles will anchor him down in the Marianas Trench, bro. Let's move a little bit, guys. I know I just caught one here, but actually, I'm gonna switch baits real quick. I got one ear out, guys, because I'm trying to hear for thunder. Not because I'm trying to look weird. So, Don, I got an email from Lawrence saying that they have finder. I got it. It says they got it and they're taking a look at it. Playing that. All right. So Krill says he heard some thunder. So yeah, they said they got it. So however long the process takes from here. Now, what I believe is going to happen is they're going to say, yo, this screen is essentially no good. So rather than try and fix it, we're just going to send you the other one, which is what I want. I'd rather they just fix it because it's cheaper. But you know that saying, it's cheaper to keep her, and my fish finder was female, so it's cheaper to keep her in this particular case. If I gotta replace that fish finder with another one, it's gonna be expensive. So again, guys, this is day 30 plus 14 of consecutive fishing. It started with a 30-day challenge to myself, as I'm always out here 1v1, homies, and that is me versus myself. And now we have gone into 30 plus 14. Is the drag all set right? Let's check it out, man. Drag is good. Very interesting. just giving it a moment, homies. It could have been the wind. The rain has stopped. There's an ominous silence. All conditions have ceased. We'll give it a second. We're gonna roll. In fact, we're gonna put you guys down first. And you guys are definitely a lightning rod. All right, guys, for the time being, you little lightning rods will be facing in this direction. It is going to be a weird direction, guys, but you little lightning rods will have to face this way. Yo, Moon, gout is the craziest pain you'll ever feel, bro. It is probably worse than childbirth. There might be some women in the chat, but gout is worse than childbirth, I'd say. Though I've never experienced childbirth myself, so I don't know. missed that one. I was over here messing with my rain suit. Idiot. Look at that. Look at that, bros. On my feet. He ain't gonna be the smallest. But let's see. We'll check. Look at that, bro. In case someone's 8 feet, bro. Mashallah. Dang. I don't think he's the smallest. Nah, he's 6 ounces. Watch out, bro. I could even let him nibble on my toe. Watch out, bro. Oh, chomp, chomp. Get out of here, dog. 6 ounces, bros. Bros, my phone is doing some crazy stuff. I've rewound all the way back to the truck. Okay, now we're back in the present. But I guess that's what happens when your phone is all wet. Or each raindrop is playing tricks on you. Dude, my phone wanted to give me a super chat. How nice of my phone to give me a super chat. I guess so, but the moderator's gonna charge me for it. Moon, she's gonna be all like, what is this charge right here? Oh, I gave myself a tip. That's coming out of your money. I'll be like, oh. And then she would still take the money from the tip. Alright guys, I think I can stand you guys up again. I believe you guys are safe and sound now. It got a little hairy for a second over there. Yo, Moon, I'm more concerned with this weather producing a BBL, a big blast of lightning. That is my concern, bro. Or a big bolt of lightning, I should have said. But I didn't. But I fixed it. Dude, having on the rain gear, it hinders your ability to hear correctly because you just hear rain, and then I'm like, okay, did I just hear some thunder? What's going on here? And you just kind of tilt your head, but as you're tilting your head, it's moving, and you could hear the material rustling on your ears, and I'm like, bro, I need to hear. But there were signs, bros. When I cast it, I was like, wait a second, what's going on here? And my braid was kind of doing a little dance. And I was like, well, that could be wind, but I don't think that's wind. So then, as I got closer to you guys, I heard the radio station you guys were picking up. And then I was like, all right, that is no longer wind. So at this point in time, we got to bounce. And just like that, we bounced. And we came over here to an area close to the dock that we could fish because we just had to make sure that the lightning wasn't going to kill us. So hopefully that's okay with everybody that we came to an area that we were familiar with so that we didn't die. But anyways, you hear voices, dog? Is it my voice? Because if my voice is causing you problems, bro, I could just whisper maybe. Colin, I'll choose safe probably 98% of the time. Because I would much rather cast to dead water than be dead on my cast to the water. You see what I'm saying? I mean, I might be wrong. That might not be a great decision. It may cost me a viewer or two, but you know, I'll still be alive, so that's kind of cool, at least for me. But anyways, Now the question is it safe to return? I think Creel said we're good till 10:45, but nobody knows what time it is. There's no such thing as time on the boat. The boat knows no time. The boat only knows sun up and sun down. That's all the boat knows. I'm gonna tell you guys right now, it is a little bit dangerous walking with no shoes with all these hooks that are just kind of hanging out on the deck of the boat, because the deck of the boat wasn't cleaned, is all I'm saying. Unlimited. Though I appreciate your commitment, that technically means that you ate. So you're gonna have to go overboard, dog. We don't eat on this boat. $9:40. I believe that's Central Time, correct, Moon? Hold on, moderator. Are you saying that we're good till 10:45, and then we should vamoose? By the way, I missed a bite over there, guys. Is that what you're saying, moderator? I'm gonna have to wing it. Very interesting. You guys are the weatherman and I am the guinea pig. We'll see what happens. I want to go back to that other area, but did you say be safe and go for the gold, bro? Nobody who ever went for gold was being safe. Well, you talk about unlimited. All right, guys. I need my ears. You guys see that braid? There's waves of the braid going up and then going down. But I don't feel much wind. See that? That's probably the sign of we should probably go. But do you see how it just stopped? But we'll call it, homies. I really don't think that there's a being a lightning strike right now, but it doesn't mean that the air isn't charged. Yo, Corn Dip, I am now worried that my life vest will auto-inflate because these particular life vests, they learned from their mistake back in the day. I'll holler at you right now, dog. So yeah, Corn, back in the day, bro, back in the day, these life vests, they would inflate when they got wet, right? So they just expand and whatever. But then the manufacturers, after all the complaints, they were like, okay, we got to do something. So what they do now is there's a pressure sensor in there, so that once it gets so many pressure or so much essential, I mean, I don't think it's, well, I guess it is still PSI, but like it's gonna need enough force and water in order for that to happen. So when you fall in the water, then there'll be enough pressure on whatever sensor they have, and then it'll inflate the life vest. It shouldn't inflate from being wet. It should inflate from the pressure that is being put on it by the water around you as you're surrounded by water when you fall in there. So this particular brand does that, but I don't know about other particular brands. They might not be as as a fancy, you know what I'm saying? So that's just a little tidbit of the info I know, bro. Now I gotta put my shoes on. Oh, also guys, the glove compartment is so clean. I mean, I guess we could, Moon. We could do one at 10K, but that just means I'll have to replace the capsule. And I probably should replace the capsule after a while. After a while, just to make sure, because there's a little green thing on the side that tells you whether your capsule is still good to go. And that's what the game warden's gonna look at. He's gonna be like, let me see that. And then you show it to him, and he's like, all right, you're good, dog. I shall return, guys. If I give myself super chats, that was the rain. Yo, dudes. Yo, dudes. Sorry for the delay, bros. But, I mean, this is not a joke with a punchline, but a Baptist preacher and his brother rolled down the window. And then I'm over there. We're just discussing fish for like however long I was gone. They were cool dudes. They were definitely cool dudes. But yeah, that's why I was missing in action for so long. And now it's looking like it's cleared up, except for over here. I don't know, bro. Weather is weather. So, anyways, what do we got? Spice Girls on here? So my apologies, guys, but you know, as the moderator says, I'm a social butterfly. What was I gonna do? Tell those guys, hey bros, I can't discuss now. Bro, that's a Baptist preacher. He could put in a good word for me, bros. Came in a little hot. Came in doubly hot. I'm glad that there was nobody in that vehicle, because they would have got whiplash right there, bros. only came back up here, guys, because these gentlemen are coming back. It was them, guys. It was them. They're the reason that it took me so long, guys.
I'm the Baptist preacher.
There, right there, gentlemen, is the Baptist preacher. They are going out there to go look for some BBLs. Poor dudes, their trolling motor isn't working right now. But look, that's the grind, guys. They don't have a trolling motor and they're still going back out there. That's respect, sir.
Have a good one.
All right, you too. I gotta wait for your brother. He's taking a long time. All right. So yeah, dude, that's the gentleman right there. That was the Baptist preacher. Just so you guys didn't think I was making these gentlemen up. Man, his brother's taking a long time. I'm just gonna pull Silver up. Oh wait, now he's coming. Of course, guys, irony. As soon as I got almost off the vehicle completely, then he's headed our way. So that is another one of the gentlemen who was delaying me.
Sorry, guys. We didn't know he didn't tell us about y'all. Until the lady into the conversation.
Yeah, we were about 10 minutes in before I told him, hey guys, we're still live.
Yeah, so we were telling big stories and coincidentally he had better stories than we did.
So he said that I had better stories than they did, but I don't think so. He was telling me about all these fish he caught over here on a different day, but you know, that's humility. All right, well, you guys go out there and get them. All right, good luck. Let's see what we got. So dude, weather is crazy. I mean, that's the only way to explain it, guys. Weather is crazy out here. I mean, I appreciate you guys backing me up, but I think I'm just gonna have to start listening to the weather ladies on the Spanish stations. You know what I'm saying? They seem to be right. They seem to be right most of the time, or at least I think they're right. I might not be listening after a while, but whatever the weather is, it seems to look good. So that's probably gonna get me grounded. But anyways, so dudes, remember dudes, since there's gonna be thunderstorms allegedly on and off, we are going to probably call it for today. That is 30 plus 14 days of consecutive fishing, and our non-zero streak continues. We ended up catching 3 fish today. One little Juan, and then little John, almost a BBL but not quite, and then some little fish like this big, dog. So either way, we always keep it real here, dogs. So I appreciate you guys rolling with me, dudes. Corn Dip is trying to figure out, or trying to learn Spanish by watching the Spanish weather ladies. That's smart, Corn Dip. That is smart. I see your dedication there, bro. So, you know, hats off to you. Dudes, if it wasn't for that levitating line, we would have probably still been out there, but it did get a little bit hairy. And right now, dudes, it looks like decent fishing weather, but I know it's gonna come. I know it's gonna be stupid. It's just when. So, homies, we will see you tomorrow. God willing and weather permitting, we will be back out here tomorrow to have 30 plus 15 days of straight fishing. Corn Dip is trying to learn through immersion. That's smart, dog. That's dedication to the game. So, dudes, I may not look like I am soaked right now, but I am soaked. There is water here and there and everywhere. But either way, peace out, homies. Fish around and find out. Later, Krill. Thanks for those weather updates, my dude. Peace out, vatos. Look at these little raisin fingers. Oh, raisin fingers.